1989 Dodge Viper RT10. The 1989 Dodge Viper RT10 wasn't just a concept car, it was an automotive phenomenon that embodied raw power and unrelenting simplicity. Conceived as a modern homage to the Shelby 427 Cobra, the Viper was designed to deliver a no-frills, unadulterated driving experience. Dodge started with a jaw-dropping V10 engine, which was initially cobbled together from existing V8 architecture. While this early engine wasn't ready for prime time, its promise of immense torque and high horsepower was enough to capture imaginations. The Viper RT10 debuted at the 1989 Detroit Auto Show, where it instantly stole the spotlight. Unlike the wedge-shaped designs of the 1980s, the Viper boasted a muscular, curvaceous silhouette. Its long hood, side exhaust pipes, and open-top layout screamed American muscle, but with a modern twist. Although the prototype lacked features like air conditioning and roll-up windows, enthusiasts didn't care. It was raw, aggressive, and unforgettable. Dodge greenlit the Viper for production, and by 1992, it hit the streets with minimal changes. The Viper went on to redefine Chrysler's performance image and became an icon of 1990s automotive culture. 1986. Chevrolet Corvette Indy. Few concept cars have pushed the boundaries of innovation like the 1986 Chevrolet Corvette Indy. This mid-engine prototype was a technological tour de force, showcasing Chevrolet's vision for the future of high-performance vehicles. Powered by a 2.65-liter twin turbocharged V8, the car delivered over 600 horsepower, a staggering figure for the era. But the Corvette Indy wasn't just about raw power. Its cutting-edge features included a lightweight Kevlar and carbon fiber body, active suspension, and advanced four-wheel drive with steer-by-wire technology. Chevrolet designed the Corvette Indy to look and feel like a race car for the road. Its low-slung profile and aerodynamic design were directly inspired by Formula One and IndyCar engineering, and its cockpit featured digital gauges and futuristic controls. The car could theoretically outperform many production supercars of the time, but it was never intended for mass production. However, it laid the groundwork for Chevrolet's eventual pivot to a mid-engine layout with the 2020 C8 Corvette. The Corvette Indy remains a fascinating chapter in the evolution of America's sports car. 1987 Oldsmobile Aerotech. The 1987 Oldsmobile Aerotech wasn't just a concept car, it was a land speed record breaker. Built as a high-tech showcase for Oldsmobile's new Quad 4 engine, the Aerotech was designed to demonstrate the potential of this advanced 2.3-liter four-cylinder. Turbocharged to produce an eye-watering 900 horsepower, the engine was capable of extraordinary feats. The Aerotech, built on an IndyCar chassis, combined lightweight materials with a sleek, aerodynamic shape to maximize performance. Racing legend A.J. Foyt took the Aerotech to the track and achieved a top speed of 218 miles per hour, setting records that still draw admiration today. A later version of the Aerotech with an even more powerful 1,000 horsepower engine hit 275 miles per hour. Beyond its performance, the Aerotech highlighted the ingenuity of Detroit engineers at a time when American automakers were often criticized for lagging behind European and Japanese competitors. Although the Quad 4 engine didn't become a performance staple, the Aerotech remains a symbol of Oldsmobile's ambition and creativity during the 1980s. 1987 Lincoln Vignale. The 1987 Lincoln Vignale was a bold attempt to redefine American luxury. Designed by Alfredo Vignale, a former Pininfarina talent, this sleek roadster aimed to compete with Cadillac's Alante in the high-end convertible market. The Vignale exuded elegance, with a low-slung profile and flowing lines that suggested sophistication and power in equal measure. Its interior was equally luxurious, featuring leather upholstery, high-tech gadgets, and a focus on driver comfort. While the Vignale concept generated significant interest, the timing couldn't have been worse. Cadillac's Alante, a similar luxury convertible, struggled in the market due to its high price and limited appeal. Ford decided not to gamble on the Vignale, shelving the project before it reached production. However, the Vignale name has lived on as a badge for high-end Ford models in Europe, proving the lasting influence of this glamorous concept. 1984 Ford Maya. The 1984 Ford Maya concept represented Ford's dream of competing with European sports cars. This mid-engine two-seater was developed in collaboration with renowned Italian designer Giorgetto Giugiaro, known for his work on the Lotus Esprit and other iconic cars. The Maya's angular design featured sharp creases and a wedge-like profile, making it look more like a supercar than anything Ford had previously produced. Under the hood, the Maya was initially envisioned to feature a 250 horsepower, 3.0-liter V6 developed with Yamaha. While the concept car used a placeholder engine, the production model would have rivaled performance cars like the BMW M1 and Ferrari 308 GTB. However, the project was ultimately scrapped, with the Maya's engine finding its way into the Ford Taurus SHO instead. The Maya remains a tantalizing glimpse of what Ford could have achieved in the sports car market during the 1980s. 1988 Pontiac Banshee 4. The 1988 Pontiac Banshee 4 was Pontiac's final take on its long-running series of futuristic concepts. Designed as a preview of the fourth-generation Firebird, the Banshee 4 showcased cutting-edge technology and bold styling. Its sleek, aerodynamic body hinted at the shape of muscle cars to come, while its 230 horsepower, 4.0-liter V8 and rear-wheel drive delivered performance that matched its aggressive appearance. Inside, the Banshee 4 featured a host of innovations, including adjustable pedals, a moving map navigation system, and a head-up display. These features were years ahead of their time and hinted at the growing role of technology in the automotive world. Although the Banshee R4 didn't reach production, its influence was felt in both the Firebird and Camaro that followed. It remains a beloved example of Pontiac's commitment to pushing boundaries and delivering excitement. 1986 Pontiac Trans Sport. In the mid-80s, minivans were all the rage, and automakers scrambled to grab a slice of the growing market. Enter the 1986 Pontiac Trans Sport, a futuristic take on what a family hauler could look like. This concept car was a design and technology playground, featuring a composite body, gull-wing rear doors, and an expansive glass roof that flooded the interior with natural light. Pontiac didn't stop there. They added a built-in Nintendo Entertainment System to keep the kids entertained on long trips, a revolutionary feature for its time. Under the hood, the Trans Sport packed an experimental 2.9-liter turbocharged V6, offering a unique blend of power and practicality. Its sleek two-tone paint job and grooved side cladding echoed Pontiac's sporty aesthetic, giving it a flair unmatched by its contemporaries. While the production model, released in 1990, lost much of the concept's excitement, the Trans Sport demonstrated how Pontiac envisioned blending style, performance, and family practicality. 1987 Chrysler and Lamborghini Portofino. When Chrysler purchased Lamborghini in the late 1980s, it wasn't long before the world saw an exciting mashup of American ambition and Italian flair. The 1987 Chrysler Portofino, based on the Lamborghini Jalpa platform, was a mid-engine sedan with bold styling and scissor-style doors, a Lamborghini signature. Designed by Kevin Verdoyne, this stretch concept featured a luxurious interior and aggressive lines that hinted at Lamborghini's supercar DNA. The Portofino never saw production, but its influence was far-reaching. Chrysler borrowed elements from this concept when designing their successful 1990s sedan lineup, including the Dodge Intrepid and Chrysler Concorde. More importantly, it highlighted the potential for Lamborghini to expand into four-door performance sedans, an idea later realized with cars like the Lamborghini Urus and Porsche Panamera. The Portofino may not have made it to the streets, but its bold approach to design left a lasting impression on the automotive world. 1980 Briggs & Stratton Hybrid. In 1980, small-engine manufacturer Briggs & Stratton stunned the automotive world with a unique hybrid concept car. This six-wheeled hatchback was designed to showcase their engineering ingenuity during a period dominated by fuel efficiency concerns. The car combined an 18-horsepower air-cooled twin-cylinder engine with an 8-horsepower electric motor. The two power sources could work independently or in tandem, creating one of the earliest examples of hybrid technology in a car. The extra axle supported the weight of 10 lead-acid batteries housed under the trunk floor. These batteries could be recharged through braking, running the engine, or plugging into an outlet, making the car eerily similar to today's plug-in hybrids. Despite its modest acceleration, the car could eventually hit 60 miles per hour and achieved an impressive 85 miles per gallon with careful driving. The Briggs & Stratton hybrid was ahead of its time, showcasing ideas that would become mainstream decades later. The company still owns this innovative concept, which was even featured on Jay Leno's Garage. 1988 GMC Centaur. The 1988 GMC Centaur concept blurred the lines between a family-friendly van and a rugged pickup truck. Its design featured a cab-forward layout, allowing for more interior space while keeping a functional truck bed. What made the Centaur unique was its 3.0-liter inline-six engine, which was mounted under the bed and ahead of the rear axle for better weight distribution. This setup, combined with four-wheel steering, gave the Centaur exceptional maneuverability for its size. The Centaur's styling drew heavily from the 1986 Pontiac Trans-Sport concept, sharing similar composite materials and sleek front-end design. GMC envisioned it as the ultimate vehicle for families who needed the utility of a truck, but wanted the comfort and practicality of a minivan. Though it never made it to production, the Centaur's forward-thinking approach foreshadowed the modern rise of crew cab pickups with family-friendly features. 1986 Chevrolet Corvette Indy. The 1986 Chevrolet Corvette Indy wasn't just a concept. It was an engineering showcase that pushed Corvette innovation into uncharted territory. This mid-engine marvel boasted over 600 horsepower from a twin-turbocharged 2.65-liter V8, showcasing advanced materials like Kevlar and carbon fiber for its body. Its active suspension, four-wheel drive, and steer-by-wire technology were groundbreaking features that even modern supercars envy. The Corvette Indy was designed to compete with Europe's finest supercars, offering a glimpse of what could have been if Chevrolet had gone all in on mid-engine performance at the time. While the concept itself never made it to production, it heavily influenced Chevrolet's eventual decision to develop the mid-engine C8 Corvette, which debuted in 2020. The Indy's futuristic design and tech-heavy focus remain a milestone in Corvette history. These groundbreaking concept cars remind us of the creativity and ambition that defined the automotive world in the 1980s. They weren't just vehicles, they were statements of what the future could hold. Which of these visionary designs sparks your imagination the most? Let me know your thoughts and stay tuned for more automotive marvels. Car Sparkle.